finally, it's another tube and knuckle video. Me, Lois, Meg, Chris, and Stewie have had nothing to watch. Today, he was going to show you how to build a simple elevator using the Create mod in Minecraft. This is the latest version 0.5 of the Create mod, and Tube is playing in 1.18.2 version of Minecraft.
Episode 15 of Surviving with Create and More. And in today's episode, we're going to be building an elevator like Peter just told you. I've been busy. I've been working on a train station. And inside this train station, I have multiple elevators. And I figured, you know what? There's tutorials out there for making Create mod elevators, and a lot of them are pretty confusing. And I'm going to do my best to make this pretty simple. We're going to build two types of elevators today. One is single floor, going from one floor to another, so that's multiple floors. And the other one is really multiple floors. 5 stories tall, the building, elevator goes up and down, stops at each floor. We're going to start with this one right here, and in order to power it, we're going to use one water wheel. Now let's get started. We're going to start with building the floor of the elevator. I'm coming up to the second story, the top of the elevator. I'm going to put down 9 blocks right here, and we're going to take some super glue, and we're going to glue the whole platform together. We don't want to glue it to anything else. We're done with the super glue. Now we can go up top of the elevator. We're going to take a rope pulley. We're going to put a rope pulley down right there. Let me get rid of this block, and then we're going to take a hand crank. We're going to put a hand crank on here. I'm going to crank this down until it hits the platform that we just put in. There you go. It connected to the platform. I'm going to lift it back up 1. That's where we want the elevator to start and stop from. So we want to send it down to the first floor and then back up to this floor. That's the eventual goal of this whole process, right? Let me take this torch and put it right back down here. And we're going to take a water wheel, a bucket of water. We're going to put a water wheel down right in the center of this area here. I have this down 2 blocks or 3 blocks from where the rope pulley is, and did that for a reason. We're going to take 1 bucket of water, put it right here. That's powering the water wheel. We're done with that. Now we need large cogs, little cogs, and an andesite casing. We're going to put a large cog right on top of the water wheel, andesite casing, and then we're going to go little cog off the corner here. Not there. We don't want to put it there. Little cog off the corner right here, like so, and then a big cog on top of that, another little cog on top of your casing, and now that is rotating at a speed that we need it to. We're going to bring a vertical gearbox, and this is a sequenced gear shift. We're going to put the sequenced gear shift right onto our rope pulley there, take a vertical gearbox off of the top of here, and bring a shaft and tie it into the sequenced gear shift. Now here's an important part. We want this elevator floor to drop down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. So if we go into this sequenced gear shift right here, right click on it, it gives you a menu. We're going to go down 1, turn to move the pulley, and we want it to go 8 blocks. So 8 meters, that's the correct direction that this is spinning. And now here we want to bring it back up when you do another pulse. So we're going to say await a new redstone pulse, and then change this one to turn to move the pulley. We're going to change this to 8 meters, and we're going to make the arrow go the opposite direction. So now whenever you give this a redstone pulse, it'll drop down 8 blocks, and then when you give it another pulse, it'll lift up 8 blocks. We take some redstone links now, couple buttons. We put a redstone link, let's say on the outside here, boom, and one on the outside here. We're going to put buttons in here as our signal, and buttons in here as our signal. We're going to put a button out here and a button out here, and then we're going to take another redstone link, the last one. We're going to put it right on top of there, the 2 buttons for the frequency, empty hand, shift, right click, you get the antenna deal. So now if I hit this button, elevator goes down, and we're at the first floor. If I hit this button, boom, elevator goes back up, and we're at the second floor. Pretty simple 2-floor elevator. Now let's talk about the other way you can do this. If you want multiple floors and you want an elevator to go up and down. So this I have set up with 5-story building, right? Now what's important is that you have the same amount of distance in between each floors. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks in between each floor. Now the elevator's all the way at the top right now. So if I hit this button and I want to go down, boom, we go down and the elevator stops at this floor. I want to go down another level, I hit a down button again. Stops at this floor. If I want to go up to the next floor, you hit the up button. Boom, perfect. Now how does that all work? Same concept as this design over here. We're powering it with the 1 water wheel. Cogs, speed it up. Now there's a new block in here. This is called a gear shift. And this gear shift changes the rotation of this shaft when you power it with redstone. I have the same thing, sequence gear shift. And now here, I'm going down 6 meters per floor. So the only direction this is set to is to only go down, because we're changing the direction that the shaft is spinning through the gear shift. And then you have up and down buttons. The down button, I have big cogs in the redstone link, and the up button, I have little cogs in the redstone link. So if we come back up top here, the up button link goes right on top of the sequence gear shift, and the down button link comes over here. And then I have redstone repeaters, 2 of them facing in towards these 2 blocks. This redstone link here gives off a redstone signal when you hit the down button, and it comes out through here, this pulse extender, which if your floors are larger than the 5 or 6 blocks that it's dropping, you'll have to adjust this pulse extender, because you want, if you hit the down button, this is extending the redstone pulse. I have mine set to 2 seconds. So when I hit the down button, boom, the pulse is extended for the 2 seconds that it takes for the elevator to reach the lower floor. And I think that's everything in a nutshell. Folks, that was just a quick video to explain how to do an elevator using the Create mod. Hopefully it helps you, and hopefully you enjoyed. Have fun, and peace!